Or start time. Is this on? Yes. Okay. Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so I will call the June 2nd Board of Education meeting to order. And as we normally do, we will start with a moment of silence. Since school is out, we don't have color guard through the summer, so I will lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. So if everybody will stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can have a seat. Board members, you've got a copy of the agenda in front of you. You've had it for some number of days. Do I have a motion to, well, let me ask, are there any changes to the agenda tonight? If there are none, do I have a motion to approve the meeting agenda? Motion by Mr. Barger. Second by Ms. Smith. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Public address. Meredith Mintz, you are first up, but before you start, we're going to allow our attorney, Mr. Cronk, to read the guidelines for public comment.
Presentations will be limited to 3 minutes per person or 3 minutes per organization. Discussions regarding particular individual employees, litigation, student records, or other matters which may be required to be kept confidential may not be discussed in the open forum setting. The chairman will have the responsibility to determine matters of discussion that may be inappropriate and rule the speaker out of order if necessary.
Is Ms. Mintz here? Ms. Mintz, if you will step up to the microphone, to the podium, please.
I would like to know when the bullying policy comes in effect. There was 2 incidents this year at my son's school. The first incident was November 24th. He got jumped in the bathroom and they broke his arm. The second incident, it was a different set of kids. They attacked him in the hall and beat him in the head and left big knots on the back of his ears. When I went to the school to talk to him, they told me that they did all that they could. My son did not return to school the rest of the year. Well, let me rephrase that. He went to school up until EOGs were done. When EOGs were done, he did not return back to school because he was threatened by the other kids that they were going to jump him. Now, he did tell administration. Administration told him that there was nothing that they could do, that it was the end of the year, so it was be best if it was up to him to stay home. So I'm not understanding, I guess, with the school, why something other was done other than suspension. So school is supposed to be a safe place for kids to go, and that is far safe if the stuff like that continues. He does not want to return to school, and I'm going to be honest, homeschooling is not an option. It is not.
That's
it.
Does that conclude your remarks? The process of public comment is for the public to be able to offer comments to the board. We don't interact or ask questions or answer questions. That kind of conversation would have to be had offline, so to speak, at the school. We hear your concerns, but we're not able to engage with you in that conversation in this forum, okay?
Okay.
Teresa Holly.
Yes, I have an understanding that they're going to have virtual schools this year at home. My question is, and I've been told that through a teachers here in Brunswick County, that they're going to offer the virtual schools to the kids that are homeschooled first, and then kids that are per se on different schedules where they can be homeschooled, and taking them out of the homeschool and doing virtual, and not letting the kids that are in school that need to be virtual homeschooled is not going to be allowed, not unless it's a slot left open, and the other kids that are new kids coming into the area, those slots will be left open for them first before they take any kids that's already in school. I'm trying to figure out why kids that are not in school here now don't have the opportunity to do the virtual homeschooling instead of taking in homeschoolers and kids that are not even enrolled in school yet. That's my question.
Well, again, we don't engage. What I can tell you is the board has dealt with this policy. We've established what we call BVA, Brunswick Virtual Academy policy. It's available for review, and if you have any additional questions after you've done that, I would direct you to the superintendent's office.
Okay.
Brian Rupp. Mr. Rupp?
Hello again, my name is Brian Roop. I'm the father of a high school sophomore now. Over the last several weeks, I've had the opportunity to speak with a lot of teachers around the county. And one of the questions I'd like to ask them is that, what could be better about your job? As you might expect, you get the concerns about pay, workload, parental involvement, but the one that keeps coming up again and again is dress code. Specifically, the prohibition, the ban on jeans in the classroom. In fact, just last week, the last week of school, 4 different teachers said to me, to answer that conversation, I wish I could wear jeans. Now, before I go any further, I want to be clear. As a military guy, I understand the purpose of a dress code and why it's important and why we use them. Professional appearance does matter. Teachers are role models, and how they present themselves can influence school culture and students' ability to learn. But dress code comes with a cost. For new teachers entering the profession, building a new wardrobe costs between $300 and $500. That's before you get into the $80 to $100 worth of shoes you need to buy. Professional clothing requires more frequent replacement and maintenance than usual casual clothing. For educators already facing rising housing costs, student loan payments, and modest starting salary, these expenses are hard to incur. What makes this issue particularly frustrating is that one of the most durable, affordable, and widely available clothing options in the United States of America, blue jeans, is specifically prohibited. Beyond the financial burden, dress code policies can affect morale. As we already know, morale is bad in the county. But research consistently shows that employees who are trusted to exercise adult judgment in their appearance perform as professionals. When people feel respected as professionals, they perform as such. Our current policy already recognizes that jeans are not inherently unprofessional. The handbook allows principals and the superintendent to designate days when jeans may be worn. If jeans are appropriate on Friday, which is a teacher workday or a special event, is it worth asking whether or not they might be appropriate in certain classroom situations? Tonight, I'm not asking for any kind of immediate change. Instead, I'm asking the board to consider the year of 26 and 27 as a pilot program, allows school principals the flexibility to permit denim in the classrooms and evaluate the results. We already have years of data under the old system. Let's see if a modest change can improve teacher morale, reduce unnecessary costs, and more importantly, help us retain the talented educators we need to go forward. This is a low-cost, low-risk idea. More importantly, it's an opportunity to show our teachers that we are listening to them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Rupp. Okay, we'll move on now to board salutes. Is Ben spearheading this?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephen Franco, Facility Supervisor, Brunswick County Schools. I would like to take a moment to recognize and congratulate both custodial teams from the Coast and Jessie May Monroe for their outstanding hard work and dedication to maintain the cleanliness and appearance of their school buildings. Both of the custodial teams' consistent efforts do not go unnoticed. Their buildings are always clean, organized, and welcoming for students, staff, and visitors. Their attention to detail and commitment to providing a safe and healthy environment truly makes a positive difference every day. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation and gratitude to both custodial teams for their professionalism and excellent work. They are an important part of our school operations, and their efforts are greatly valued. Now I would like to respectfully introduce and recognize our top two first-place custodial teams for achieving CFEL's Quarterly Cleaning Award. From the Coast, head custodian Scott Bennett, come up. Also from the Coast, not present, but we want to recognize Miss Patricia Brown. Mr. Jeffrey Leeser. From Jessie May Monroe Elementary, head custodian Tanisha Grissett. Custodian Mr. Rudy Stevens. Custodian Mark Poff. Custodian Miss Sherry Cooper. And custodian Mr. Cleveland Gaines. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do a little something different tonight with the board salutes, and a way to make it a little more personable. The board could go stand at the wall with the photos, and Mr. Gainey will come around front and meet the person receiving the salute. Board Chairman Gainey, Superintendent Cole, members of the board, good evening. Tonight, we are proud to recognize a Brunswick County educator who has been selected from across the entire Cape Fear region for one of the highest honors in STEM education. Since 2013, the Corning Wilmington STEM Educator of the Year Award has recognized teachers who go above and beyond to inspire a love of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in their students. This year, the selection committee chose a high school educator whose dedication, excellence, and passion stood out among many outstanding applicants. It is my honor to recognize Nan Sellers of South Brunswick High School as the 2026 recipient of the Corning STEM Educator of the Year Award, High School Division.
Good evening, board members. We are here tonight to honor our 2026 cohort of Brunswick-Built Scholarship recipients. But before we do that, I do want to give you all a quick update on the great work that our class of 2024 and 2025 cohort are doing. We have students who have completed their licensure and are employed in our Brunswick County Schools classrooms. We have students who are moving on to their master's degree, students who are serving as ambassadors at their university, doing excellent work making Brunswick County Schools proud of them. I will share these highlights with you all via email, but while we're officially saluting the 2026 cohort, I want to unofficially continue to salute the work of our 24 and 25 cohort.
As part of our talent development goal of the BCS strategic plan, part of our very important priority for our human resources department and our school system is to strengthen and develop a very robust pipeline of local talent from those that are already have connections to our community and to our county. So far, this Brunswick-Built Scholarship Initiative has been an integral part of that, and we are currently meeting our benchmarks for locally connected hires, hiring one in the 25-26 school year, up to 3 new hires for the school year ahead with Brunswick County connections as former students or employees.
So now for our 2026 cohort of Brunswick-Built Teacher Scholars. Among this cohort are 5 Brunswick County high schools represented. 3 of this year's cohorts are BCC graduates, 3 are current BCS employees, 1 is pursuing a master's in literacy education, 4 pursuing elementary education, 1 pursuing middle grade science, 1 pursuing secondary social studies, 1 pursuing physical education license. All 7, and this is what makes me really happy and proud, have participated in Brunswick County Schools this year as either a student, a substitute, a coach, a TA, a teacher, or guest speaker in our classrooms. All are Brunswick-built. First, we have Caitlin Albertson. Caitlin will be attending UNCW, majoring in elementary education. Next up, we have Nathaniel Brown. Nathaniel is a early college high school alumnus as well as a BCC alumnus attending UNC Charlotte, pursuing secondary social studies education. Isabella Bullard is unable to be here with us for this portion of the evening. She is attending UNC Pembroke, majoring in elementary education. Olivia Charlop teaches middle grade science at Cedar Grove Middle School. She is attending UNC Pembroke, pursuing middle grade science licensure. Declan Hall, also unable to be with us this evening. Class of 2019 from South Brunswick High School, class of 2025 from BCC, pursuing physical education licensure at UNCW. Amanda Jacobs, class of 22 from West Brunswick High School, class of 2026 Appalachian State University, pursuing her master's in literacy education. And lastly, tonight we have Ms. Ashley Scott, class of 2006 South Brunswick High School, 2017 BCC, a TA at Bolivia Elementary, attending UNCW, pursuing elementary education.
But wait, there's more. For the first time this year, we've had such great success with our teacher scholarship program that we've expanded this to include an aspiring administrator program. And for the very first time, our school board is sponsoring a $15,000 scholarship for an aspiring administrator over 2 years in exchange for 4 years of service, either 4 years of service as a school administrator at a BCS school or 2 years of service as an administrator in a low-performing school. And we are delighted tonight to recognize our very first recipient of the Brunswick-Built Aspiring Administrator Scholarship, Mr. Lucas Perez from Leland Middle School. Lucas has been a teacher, a basketball and golf coach, serves as the 8th grade department chair, and will be attending UNCW pursuing school administration degree and licensure. Congratulations to all.
And we have a few more salutes to give tonight. So tonight we pause to recognize something remarkable. Across Brunswick County Schools, a group of students has earned some of the most prestigious scholarships in the nation. These are not participation awards. They are highly competitive honors that recognize academic excellence, character, and potential. They reflect not only the hard work of these students, but the dedication of their families, teachers, and schools. It is my honor to present the following Brunswick County students as recipients of the distinguished scholarships. Summer Taylor of Early College High School, Carolina Covenant Scholarship recipient. Isabel Layton of North Brunswick High School, the UNCW Distinguished Merit Scholarship recipient. Cameron Brennan of North Brunswick High School, the Presidential Scholar Award recipient. And Declan Evans of South Brunswick High School, he's the 2026 Goodnight Scholar, and he is not here tonight. Oh, he is? Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong Declan. I apologize. And that was the 2026 Goodnight Scholar for Declan Evans. Let's give him one more round of applause. Marley Mendoza of West Brunswick High School, she got the 2026 Quest Bridge Scholar. And Kyle McCoy of West Brunswick High School, he's the first student in 50 years in Brunswick County to receive the Moorhead Kane Scholarship recipient. And Mr. McCoy is not here tonight. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding Brunswick County students. And we're not done yet. The Brunswick County Students Musicians have had quite a year. Tonight, we recognize students who earn the honor of representing their schools in this district at the state level in music. Selection for state level performances is highly competitive, and these students rose to meet that standard. Caden Anderson, trumpet of North Brunswick High School, was selected for the North Carolina All-State Honors Band and performed at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Caden is under the direction of Patrick Barrett. Aiden Spurl, he plays trombone, also of North Brunswick High School, was selected for the North Carolina All-State Honors Band and performed alongside Caden at UNC Greensboro. Aiden is under the direction of Patrick Barrett as well. And we have Jackson Strickland, guitar of South Brunswick High School. He was selected for the All-State Jazz B Band and performed at North Carolina State University. Jackson is under the direction of Michael Palmer. Two directors, Patrick Barrett and Michael Palmer, thank you for the standard of excellence you set and the dedication you bring to your programs every day. These students are a reflection of your work. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding musicians and their directors. If the directors are here, we'd like you to go over there and take a photo with them. Brad, would you like to?
Good stuff, good stuff. We are doing something a little differently tonight for the first time. The board realized that we have partnerships with dozens of organizations in the community and across the state that typically we do our memorandum of understanding or we renew our memorandum of agreement in our committee meetings on Tuesday. So we wanted to sort of highlight these partnerships so that more people were aware of all that's going on in terms of community outreach and partnerships that we have. So we've decided when we have memorandums to renew, we're going to do it tonight or do it during our regular meeting. And so this priority items, that's what this is tonight. So we will start out with our SRO multi-year agreement. We're going to be renewing that. Is there anybody from, well, we obviously have deputies back here. So do we have anybody to represent?
Yeah, if I could get Lieutenant TK now to come on
Excuse
up.
me, a lieutenant and a first sergeant.
Board, we come before you excited to renew our partnership with, I'm sorry, he was pointing at you. Excited to renew our MOU with the Sheriff's Office. I do want to introduce Lieutenant TK as well in this. We did invite Sheriff Chisholm. He did send his regrets. Unfortunately, he's actually traveling for work right now, but we're excited to have Lieutenant TK with us. This memorandum is not just a document. It is a partnership with the Sheriff's Office on a daily basis, if not hourly. We work with the Sheriff's Office to ensure the safety of our students throughout the entire district. And it is an honor to be able to make sure that all of our students and families are safe in our schools. Education is right there next, but we do want to make sure that our kids are safe every day that they come in. And the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office is that entity that allows us to make sure that that happens. So I do want to give Lieutenant a moment to speak as well. So.
Thank you so much. Yes, I know Sheriff Chisholm would be delighted to stand here and express his gratitude to the board and the staff for our continued partnership that we have with each other. It is definitely imperative to keep our schools safe, and it's a wonderful working relationship that we have to have such strong people on our team to be able to protect the schools each and every day and have the staff alongside of us to support us as well. So we just want to say thank you for your continued support and all the things that we do together, because it is a joint effort for us to continue to provide a safe environment for the schools and the staff each and every day. So I want to say thank you.
All right, board, any questions about the MOU? Or?
So this is just a renewal of the existing?
Yes, sir.
MOU?
So this is
Okay.
a request for approval and a signing for a 3-year MOU.
Okay, so we'll put this, and we'll approve all of them at the same time at the end, okay?
Okay.
So we take that under consideration until we've gone through the rest of the MOUs, right?
Yes, sir.
So the next thing that we'll be looking at, our MOU, is with our 2026, 2027 EC Student Services MOUs, and Ms. Quinlan's going to come up, and you've got several items here to review with us.
If I could jump in real quick, we had Isabel Layton come in, and she's one of our scholarship recipients. She just arrived. We want to make sure that we can present her with an award real quick. So she's one of the prestigious scholarships in the nation, and these are not participation awards. Again, they're highly competitive honors that recognize academic excellence, character, and potential. I'd like to recognize Isabel Layton of North Brunswick High School. She won the UNCW Distinguished Merit Scholarship recipient. Let's give Isabel one more round of applause.
So our first item is going to be our agreement with Coastal Horizons for our day treatment program. I have Dee Mears here with me, and I'll have her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Dee Mears. I am the Regional Day Treatment Director for Coastal Horizons.
And we are so grateful for the partnership that we have with Coastal Horizons. This particular agreement allows us to provide day treatment programming for our elementary students that are K-5 that are in need of additional mental health supports. The agreement is the same as the agreement last year, so there are no changes. So we just ask for continued support with this particular agreement.
Very good. We appreciate your partnership. Thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you.
Our next agreement is our clinical agreement with Brunswick Community College. We do not have a representative for this particular agreement this evening from that nursing department. This agreement allows the nursing students at Brunswick Community College the opportunity to do clinical rotations with our school nurses. And this is an ongoing agreement that we have had with Brunswick Community College for quite some time. Last year, we did not have the agreement in place, but we are ready to be able to do that again through that partnership with Brunswick Community College. So this is another one of our priority agenda items for this evening.
Okay?
And then, Ms. Bonnie. So with Communities and Schools, our next agreement, I have Ms. Bonnie Jordan, which is one of our longtime partners. She is the Executive Director at Communities and Schools. And we're really excited tonight to present our Communities and Schools agreement. It is the same agreement that we had last year. And Ms. Bonnie Jordan, would you like to say something?
So this will be our 31st year working in partnership with the school district, and it's always a privilege to work with the wonderful students that go to school in this district. As we all know, there are a lot of needs out there, and we just do our best every day, our staff in the schools, to provide that extra support that some of those students need to keep them working towards graduation, thriving, connecting with positive peers, and staying on a positive path. So we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, if I could just share a personal note. When I was first looking to get on the school board, I heard about Communities and Schools, and so I made an appointment to go by and introduce myself to Bonnie. And she told me what they did. And one of the volunteer opportunities was something they call a lunch buddy. And I thought, well, golly, I eat lunch every day, and I've got a few buddies I know how to buddy around. That probably sounds like something I could do. And so I did. And it was a very meaningful experience for me. I had the same young man that we shared lunch once a week at the campus for 2 years. And it was quite a rewarding experience for me. And so to anyone who is listening, I would recommend that communities and schools can put you in some position where you can make a difference.
Thank you, and we appreciate your support in that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Next item is our Brunswick County Health Services Memorandum of Understanding. This particular item goes with the next item as well, so I will talk about those together. Through our school nurse funding initiative, we receive $150,000 from the Department of Health and Human Services that matriculates through our local health department. That particular funding source helps to fund up to 3 nurses partially with their salary and benefits. A requirement of that nursing agreement is that we also have a memorandum of understanding, which is what you see in front of you. And the different items that are addressed within this memorandum are the same items that we've addressed in the previous school year, which cover communicable disease control and prevention, health education, a safe environment, identification and monitoring of children's health care needs, access to health care, and emergency disaster preparedness. So through this agreement, this allows us to work with Brunswick County Health Services to address all of those topics. Our next item is the Project Search Memorandum of Understanding, and have quite a crew with me tonight from our Project Search program, so I'm going to ask our partners to come forward. So the Project Search effort is a culmination and a collaboration through a variety of organizations, through Novant Hospital, through Brunswick Community College, through Brunswick County Schools, and then in addition to, and Miss Lynn, what we usually call is Voc Rehab. They have a new name.
Employment and Independence for People with Disabilities.
Yes. So with that, I'm going to let all of these wonderful partners introduce themselves.
So as she said, I'm Lynn. I am Lynn Smith. I am the Vocational Rehabilitation Counselor that works with Brunswick County Schools, also Project Search.
My name is Brittany McVitie. I'm one of the Project Search skills trainers, and I work with these fun young ladies over here.
I'm Tiana Bowie. I'm the Project Search instructor, and I belong to Brunswick County Schools.
I'm Jordana Bowers. I'm the other skills trainer at Project Search, and I'm through BCC.
I'm Chad Cumber. I'm the Director of Budget Interagency Program at BCC, and I help provide the skill training and support services.
We're so grateful and thankful for our partners. This particular partnership offers us the opportunity to offer a transition to work program for our students that have developmental disabilities to be able to support them in improving their post-school outcomes.
How many students did we have this year? How many graduates?
We had 7, and then
Yeah.
we have a whole new crew coming up.
Yeah, that's a great program.
It is
I mean, it's really awesome what you guys are doing. Appreciate it.
Very much.
Jen?
Good evening. This evening, we're asking for approval for our Title I Pre-K MOU. So this MOU is set up to solidify and showcase our partnership with Brunswick County Schools, with Smart Start of Brunswick County, and with Head Start. So this evening with me, I have 6 of our 15 team members, to include Krista Campana. She is our Executive Director of Smart Start of Brunswick County. And then John Hartman, hiding behind me, is the Community Outreach and Education Coordinator for Smart Start of Brunswick County. And then I have Miss Jen Gore. She is our Brunswick County Schools EC Pre-K Coordinator. And Miss Melissa Quinlan, our Executive Director of EC and Student Support. And Miss Molly White, our Deputy Superintendent that serves on our committee as well. So very excited to have you all here. So one thing about this MOU is that historically, the Board of Education has approved a portion of it, which you'll see on pages 4 through 8. And that's the work that Ms. Gore and Ms. Quinlan and Head Start worked on for the IDEA legislation. Starting for the 26-27 school year, the Office of Federal Programs requires local education agencies who receive Title I funding to have an MOU that showcases both that Head Start and community and Brunswick County partnership for identifying and serving our preschool students with exceptionalities, along with our kindergarten transition plan. So historically, our partners with Smart Start have worked with us on our kindergarten transition plan for 5 years now. So we've had a great partnership all the way around on both portions of what is now required for our school system to receive any Title I funding. So by approving this MOU this evening, you're going to allow us not only to partner with Smart Start and Head Start to serve our preschool families and to prepare all of our children for kindergarten, but then you'll also allow us to have receive our federal funding.
Very good. Okay, thank you. Okay, board members, you've heard these requests for approval of the MOUs. Ms. Quinlan gave us 6: Coastal Horizons, the Practical Nursing Education Program, the Communities in Schools, Brunswick County Health Services, School Nurses Funding Initiative, the Project Search MOU, and then Ms. Damon just presented our Title I Pre-K MOU. Do I have a motion to approve these MOUs?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger.
Second.
A second by Chorus. We'll give this one to Ms. Moffett. Any discussion, any comments?
No, we're just thankful for all of these partnerships.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are.
Absolutely. Okay, then, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and so those have been passed. Approval of minutes. We had our regular meeting a month ago, May 5th, and then our committee meeting on the 19th, and then we had a special called meeting on the 26th. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from these meetings?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Cook. A second by Ms. Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And board committee reports.
Okay. All right, so buckle up, y'all. This is a long one. I know you're surprised. I need y'all to be a little more engaging than that. Okay, here we go. Bryce Fiddler, Director of Callan, was in attendance to provide information on their programming and services offered to school board members for training purposes. Middle school science curriculum adoption presentation by Miss Tiffany George was wonderful. She presented on expanding the style science curriculum adoption to include 6th and 7th grades. We had it in 8th grade this year. With our existing contract with Curriculum Associates, allowing for a comprehensive 3-year rollout of style science across all middle school science classrooms. This was placed on the consent agenda for tonight. Meredith Lloyd, who's in attendance tonight, presented our 26-27 ESSA interagency agreement, which would allow us to continue transporting our students who are in foster care. Dr. Jonathan Pascal presented a Spark NC 26-27 MOU for action. And for those of you who don't know, our Spark Lab is at the coast. And it offers students a way to discover a variety of STEM fields during their time at the coast. For students that choose to do so, the Spark Lab also offers an opportunity to earn up to 2 high school credits, which is amazing. This MOU must be reviewed and approved annually, and Dr. Pascal requested the board approve the MOU in order for Spark NC to receive and approve at their June meeting. So that was an action item that was approved. Dr. Pascal also presented our alternative school accountability model. He shared this item on behalf of the Office of Testing and Data Management, since testing was going on and Amanda Richardson was in the schools. Each year, schools participating in the alternative accountability system must submit their request for the method used to calculate school performance grades. Staff is recommending the board approve option B for the coast, which uses 3 years of data to calculate the letter grade for the school. This item was placed on the consent agenda for tonight. And then in policy, we reviewed policy 3225-7320, technology responsible use, which is also on consent. Ms. Brosey brought a proposed revision to policy that would standardize staff email signatures and personal messaging within official district communications. This practice currently varies across departments and schools. There's all kinds of sayings and everything else on there. So district leadership believes clarifying this expectation would ensure alignment with existing communication standards, branding, and professional conduct requirements. Ms. Brosey shared that a template had been established with the help of the technology department, which we appreciate. The board discussed flexibility within the template to allow staff to include professional certifications, if applicable, like if they have their master's or their doctorate. This policy revision was placed on the consent agenda for tonight. And then on May 26th, we had another committee meeting, another curriculum committee meeting as part of our special call meeting. Ms. Quinlan was there and presented a number of EC and student support contracts, which we just heard all about, which is wonderful. We heard from those earlier. Ms. Brosey presented the proposed contract renewal for ProCare for 26-27 school year. BCS has contracted with ProCare to staff EC positions that have been difficult to fill. Ms. Damon brought to the board a recommendation to transition K-5 language arts comprehension curriculum from wit and wisdom to arts and letters. The board requested more granular data results from the survey to understand the input from teachers who have exceeded growth. After further conversation, we've decided to postpone this discussion while other curriculums are explored and researched. And that's a wrap.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Smith. So you have covered the first two items on our reports. Ms. Cook, Operations.
All right, for Operations Committee on May 19th, Mr. Smith presented a contract with Xerox to upgrade or replace the Xerox copiers nearing the end of their 60-month lease. So the new lease proposal is $2,364.04 per month, a significant decrease from the current monthly fee of $3,941.80. And so that will be on the consent item number 4 on the agenda tonight. We also voted at the meeting on an amended agency agreement between the Board of Education. In January of 2026, there was an agreement, and this proposed change allows the board to proceed with projects with prior written consent and budget approval of the county. Once they are approved, the agreement permits the Board of Education to approve associated contracts, purchase orders, and change orders with subsequent reporting to the Board of Commissioners, as long as the amounts have been specified in the Board of Education's project budget. So due to time constraints, we approved that 4-0 at the actual meeting on May 19th. And then item number 5 is miscellaneous computer device replacements, and BCS operates on a 5-year technology replacement plan, and the staff is requesting the board approve a purchase of technology equipment from the following vendors for the next school year. Apple for $6,917.40, CDW LLC for $36,721.36, Camcor Inc. for $20,854.07, and Tiber Creek for $1,669,089.63. Now, I was not good at math, but I could read those numbers, okay? The bigger the numbers, I was still doing okay. Anyway, so this item is on the consent agenda for item number 5 tonight. And that concludes the operations.
Ms. Moffett, Finance.
Okay, the Finance and HR Committee does not have anything on consent for tonight, but I did want to share one thing from the HR Committee at the last meeting. Mrs. Brosey shared the local working conditions survey. It was taken in March of 2026. Those surveyed were the school-based administrators, office staff, support staff, licensed staff, and the classified staff. The results were very positive. It showed that 78% of our staff sees themselves retiring from Brunswick County Schools, and 76% find that it is a good place to work. And we are always looking for ways to improve. And moving forward, we are going to focus on 3 priorities. We're going to address career pathways, compensation, and the workload of our staff. And so thank you for taking that survey and compiling the results and giving us the data, Ms. Brosey.
Is that it? Okay. Board members, you can see the list of consent items on the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Mr. Gainey?
Yep.
Very quickly, we just noticed that at committee, the style 6 through 8 science curriculum approval, we had actually put that on consent. So it's not on our consent item list. Could the board possibly add that to the consent items for tonight before you vote on it?
So this was what Ms. George presented that
Yes.
we approved.
Yes, sir.
Or we agreed to put on consent.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to include the style curriculum agreement on consent. A motion from Ms. Smith,
Second?
a second by Ms. Moffett. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so we now have 12 items on the consent agenda, and with the addition of the style item. Do I have a motion to approve the consent items?
So moved.
Okay, I got a motion from Ms. Moffett, second by Mr. Barger. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have no action items. Board members, do y'all have anything to bring to the floor tonight? Okay, then we'll move on to discussion and announcements from our superintendent, Mr. Cole.
Yes, thank you. Very quickly, bond presentations continue or have continued this month. So since our last regular board meeting, we have completed bond presentations in front of the Southport Kiwanis, the Town Council of Calabash, the Republican Party at this end of the county, the Leland Rotary Club, and the Town Council of Leland. We also completed one as a part of another presentation with an organization that we partner with called NC VIPS. That is the North Carolina Volunteers in Public Schools program. You can find out more about them at ncvips.com. This is a locally founded group that go out and recruit volunteers from our retired community all around the county to come into our elementary schools and help our teachers teach students how to read. We had a wonderful time at their celebration ceremony about a week ago. We did a bond presentation as well as celebrate those volunteers. This past year, they had 46 volunteers that spent over 1,500 hours in 5 of our elementary schools.
And this organization is only 2 years old.
It's 2 years old.
Yep, they just completed their second year in operation.
And this upcoming year, they plan to be in all of our elementary schools except Waccamaw. And so I know that they're out on the trail hunting for more volunteers, so I'm hopeful that any members of our community that would be interested in spending some time in our elementary schools helping tutor students how to read. We actually work with this organization and provide them with training specific to phonics and how we teach kids how to read in alignment with science of reading. So it was a good time, and I wanted to highlight that organization because they've been so great to work with, and our kids really enjoy them and they enjoy the kids. It's a win-win.
Is that it? Okay, that concludes our regular agenda. Do I have a motion to go to closed?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger.
Second.
A second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Okay, board members, call us back into session. So do I have a motion to approve the personnel list as presented in closed?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger,
Second.
second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have one other item here we have to deal with. Explain it to us, Mr. Cronk.
Mr. Cole, we have to do the revote on the personnel. And I don't believe that you guys did that at committee. I was not at
We
committee.
did not.
But we have to do a revote on the personnel list from our previous school board meeting of last month. And Ms. Smith simply has to abstain from voting in this particular.
Okay. So,
Motion to approve last month's personnel list.
a motion to approve last month's personnel list
Second.
as presented at the time. Second by Ms. Moffett. And we will take a vote with Ms. Smith abstaining. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It's your last chance to get Larry. Hearing none opposed, that revote passes. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to approve the closed session minutes. I make the motion.
Closed session minutes.
Second.
Where is that on here? I always miss it.
Closed session from May 5th and from May
Flip the thing over.
19th, committee meetings.
This is the last page.
On the back.
Oh, another.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's right here. Look at your screen.
Oh, I thought that was the revote piece. Okay. Yeah, all right.
I already made the motion. Catherine seconded.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Barger, second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.